Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Your best source for everything hockey is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game.
McDavid to the net, score!
Off the ice player content you won't find anywhere else.
You guys have a helmet I could throw on for this?
The most NHL edge stats and advanced analytics and ways to catch up on the game how you want, when you want. When it comes to following the NHL, don't settle for anything else. Hockey is better on the NHL app.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Intermission time here between the first and second period at the Chiller Iceworks in Worthington, Ohio. Jets take a 2-0 lead into the break. Scoring went like this. It would be 9:13 remaining in the first period as Mason Darras would get the goal. And then just 4 minutes later, Ollie Stagmeyer, or excuse me, that would be Darras going to the box. I'm sorry, for 2 minutes for checking. Stagmeyer would head to the box for roughing. 4 minutes and penalties for CAK. It'd be the 6:40 mark where Ethan Bell would get the feed from Braden LaChance for the Jets to take a 1-0 lead. And then Thor Chavold, the sophomore out of Jackson High School, he would get the goal with 1:59 remaining in the first period. He'd get the helper from Jack Pryor. Only penalty coming up to Olentangy would be Richardson. He would head to the box for 2 minutes. Shots on goal, unofficially all evened up at 6 here after the first period. We're going to step aside for another break. When we come back, second period action here from the Chiller Iceworks in Worthington, Ohio. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Watch this. Let's face it. What a time to be making a hockey show.
Nice. Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped.
Let them know what they're in for here.
Here we are.
I'm scared of you guys. I'm scared of you.
What keeps you motivated?
I think winning. I don't really know any different.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Best source for everything hockey is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game.
McDavid to the net. Score!
Off the ice player content you won't find anywhere else.
You guys have a helmet I could throw on for this?
The most NHL edge stats and advanced analytics and ways to catch up on the game how you want, when you want. When it comes to following the NHL, don't settle for anything else. Hockey is better on the NHL app.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Think back to the beginning. That first game. That first jersey. That first moment when you knew you'd found your place. What you wear today started with a feeling. A feeling that changed everything. NHL Shop, a Fanatics experience.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
Back here at the Chiller Ice Works here in Worthington, Ohio, as we get ready for period two. Here the Canton-Akron Jets take a 2-0 lead after one. Scores coming from Ethan Bell on the breakaway. He gets the feed from Braden LaChance. And then Thor Chavold, the sophomore out of Jackson High School, gets the redirect off the helper from Jack Pryor. 15 minutes up on the board here. We get ready for second period action. It will be Spellman in the net to our right. Connor Mold to our left. As we will flip sides of the ice here. We are right at the boards here. Up close and personal with all the action. I'm waiting to see how many things Caitlin can pull out of her pocket. A treasure trove of things for the cold. All right, so Rowan will take the face-off against LaChance as we get ready for second period action here. Jets on a roll. Olentangy looking to get in a rhythm. Lucas Black sneaking up on the official from behind. He caught it. He'll send him back. And we are underway here as Rowan will drop this one to Van Riper. Van Riper around the net to the near side. He'll be to the right of Mold. And down at our blind spot down to our left. And Canton-Akron trying to clear it out. Stagmeyer one-on-one with Van Riper. He'll blow a tie or lose the puck. And it'll head back out to the neutral zone. As Van Riper will reach in, grab this one. He'll head to the far side. Van Riper trying to move past Stagmeyer. Craven, though, taking away the path. He'll go all the way around the boards with nowhere to go. Rowan now. He'll make his attempt, but he'll send it back out. Pryor there as well for Canton-Akron. This puck going to sail all the way down the near boards as Alexander will cover it. He'll save this one up into the netting. We'll get the whistle. 14-12. Thought it rode the glass, but nonetheless, both teams will go for a change. And the Jets have a 2-0 lead. We'll drop this one to the right of Connor Mold. As the Bowers will take the face-off against Sif. Out to the blue line. Olentangy will keep it in. They'll drop it down to the circle to the right of Mold. It'll be redirected by Jack Barbieri and sent to the far side. Max Morrow there as well. Rossi nicely trying to rip it out from a pile, and he'll win this one, and it'll be Sif feeding it over to Ethan Bell. Bell working to the inside. He'll get tripped up, but no call on the play on that one. Olentangy back the other way. Schlade sending it across the far side. He'll take the shot, redirected by Mold, and looking for a follow-up shot. Couldn't get to it. Parker Schlade had an opportunity. We're going to get a whistle. There was some contact down there. We'll see if there's going to be a penalty, or indeed it's going to be, looks like Canton-Akron going back to the power play as Lucas Robertson will head to the box. Canton-Akron with their second power play of the day. 0 for 1 so far. And we'll drop this one to the right, to the left. Up Spellman, Lucas Black out for the special teams. Canton-Akron tying us up against the board. Chavold stepping in to help him out. Didn't catch what the penalty was for Robertson. Nonetheless, out to the far side. As Black beat this one out to the blue line. Pryor taking the shot, try to get it down through traffic. It'll go right to the cage. Olentangy will clear this one the length of the ice with 1:28 left. Here on the power play for Olentangy. Pryor through center. He'll make it through multiple white jerseys, but he'll have to sail around the net of Spellman. Back out to the blue line. He'll get Barbieri. Barbieri going to drop it back to Pryor to the right of the circle. Back around the boards to Black. Black setting up. He'll slow it down. Takes a shot. Try to feed it over to Doris. Too much on it. Olentangy will clear this one down here. 57 seconds left on the man advantage. And Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer down the near side to the right of Spellman. He'll work around the net. Looking for somebody in the slot. Doris there. Couldn't connect on it. LaChance from the circle to the right of Spellman. He'll have Black out at the blue line. He'll walk it. Trying to get it to Weaver, but redirected by Schlade. And he'll clear it the length of the ice here. 23 seconds remaining on the man advantage for CAK. 11:55 remaining here in the second period. Puck going to head all the way down. We'll get an icing coming up against the Jets. Clock will stop with 11:49. Jets with a 2-0 lead here. Scores coming from Ethan Bell and Thor Schavold in the first period. Mind you, the Youngstown Phantoms will be back on the ice tonight as they take on Team USA. 6:05 puck drop scheduled at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. Great seats still available. 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825, as Craven will be the fifth man on the ice now for the power play. 14 seconds remaining on the power play. 11:47 left in the second period. And Akron will win this one. Actually, it'll be an errant pass. It will get out to Schlade. Schlade trying to clear it. And he will take this back down in the zone. Takes a shot. And a pad save by Connor Mold. Penalty cleared as Robertson will head back to the ice. We're back to 5-on-5. Traffic in front of the net. And Connor Mold sending this to his left into the corner. And Olentangy will send it around the kick play to Schlade. Trying to work past Dilly. Trying to work past three blue jerseys. A shot from right in front of Mold. A 3-foot shot missed by Rowan. Connor Mold going to stop that. 11:15 remaining here, second period. The Jets still with a 2-0 lead. Black, Benson, LaChance. All out on the front end. Here Craven defensively. Or Canton-Akron. Olentangy going to win this one. Schlade will take the shot from the point. It'll head up into the glass, and it'll be Van Riper from around the back of the net. Jack Pryor, Will Craven taking the path away from him. Nowhere to go. As Pryor now tried to beat Everest to it. And actually, Tyler Benson will end up with it. Spinning move here. It'll come off his stick and head down towards the other end. Van Riper will play it from behind the net of Spellman. Back on the near boards is Pryor. Will reach in. He'll try to keep it in the zone. And couldn't do it as Richardson had it. And now Craven will redirect it back to center. He'll get this one out to Pryor. Pryor will bank this one off the boards in front of the Jets bench. And Everest. Man, we're going to get a whistle. Something on the backside of the play. I did not catch that. I believe we call that puck watching. And it's going to be Olentangy. Headed to the box again. Reed Van Riper will head to the box for 2 minutes. I believe the interference is going to be the call. Okay, correct me on that then. Oh, a roughing. Okay, so that's about the fourth roughing call, I believe, third or fourth of the day. So the officials have now chosen roughing as their favorite call. All right, so face off to the right of Spellman. It's Canton-Akron. Work this out to the circle. Stagmeyer out to Sip. Sip walking the blue line. Takes a shot from the slot. Right into the chest of Spellman. And it dangled right to his right there. He didn't realize he didn't have it. And it'll be cleared by the Braves all the way back down to the other end. With 10:04 remaining here, second period. 1:35 left on the CAK man advantage. Jets through center. It'll be Weaver. Weaver to the far side. He'll be harassed by Robertson. He'll have to reset from behind the net. Weaver, he'll try it again. And Weaver will take a big hit, but he'll recover. And Sip will end up with the puck. Down the near boards, he'll work around LaChance. LaChance out the center. He'll drop it for Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer couldn't hold on to it. And it'll be at LaChance that will have to gather it up. In the neutral zone, he'll drip back into his defensive zone and try to reset. LaChance through center. Try to work with three white jerseys. Lost the puck. Weaver there to back him up. He'll work from behind the net of Spellman. Stagmeyer there as well. Sip now with the puck at the blue line on the near side. He'll bank this one up the board to get to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer trying to work through some traffic. He'll drop it down to LaChance. LaChance tried to get a shot off. Couldn't gather it up in time. Robertson down with an opportunity. He'll with a breakaway. Stagmeyer, though, takes the path away. And Mold redirects the puck back to LaChance. Sip through center. To the far side. He'll lose the puck. Couldn't get past Schlade. And two other white jerseys. And this puck will sail all the way down the other end. Mold will come out and play it. And he will send it right back down to Stagmeyer at the blue line. He and Weaver, 2-on-2 now. He'll take the shot. Looking for the redirect to Stagmeyer. Couldn't connect on it. He and Schlade were tied up. Puck to the circle. To the right of Spellman. Put this deep again in the Jets' offensive zone. Wise, try to get to it. On the near boards, he'll try to clear it out. But Thor Schavold with an effort here to keep it in. Gage Weaver now will pull this back to the top of the circle. He'll take the shot. It'll bounce in the air, and it'll be Wise that will be on the rush now. As he'll have the Puck poked away by Pryor, but it's going to be an offside coming up against the Braves. 8:12 remaining here, second period. Jets with a 2-0 lead. And thank you for joining us here on this Saturday morning here on City View Sportscast. Plenty of action coming up today. Saturday morning sports page over on Western Reserve Radio. Pat Lucia and Dave Clark. Of course, we have the OHSA Football Championships on Western Reserve Radio 2. Morrow with the puck now after the faceoff down the far board, tries to feed in the slot. Schlade, the only one there. He'll clear it back out the center. It'll go off the stick of Chavold. And I'll say no. Actually, it'll be an icing. It'll bring it all the way back to our right. 7:58 remaining, second period. Jets with a 2-0 lead. Face off to the right of it. Jets will win this one from the circle. Takes a shot wide left. That'll be Chavold on the shot. Working from the left side of Spellman. Robertson trying to set it up the board, but it'll be Barbieri. Barbieri trying to work through traffic. Had a glove save for Spellman. He'll drop it for Van Riper to play to the far side. However, Max Morrow will chase it down at center. Takes a shot from mid-ice. Glove save by Spellman. He'll drop it again for Van Riper. Van Riper setting up from behind the net. Dilly to his left. Sends it back out to the board. Down in the Jets defensive zone. Robertson taking a sharp angle shot and easily stopped by Connor Mold. 7:15 remaining here, second period. Both teams for the wholesale change. Jets will be back in action tonight, 7:50 p.m. approximately. Sometimes these tournaments don't run exactly to the minute. And we'll have the face-off to the left of Connor Mold. It'll be Rowan and Sif for the face-off. Sif, the shorter of the two using the leverage, reaches in, and CAK will win this face-off. They'll get it out to the blue line. And now it's going to be Doris on the rush. Oh, the puck knocked away, picked up by Redden. Redden in the upper right corner. He's going to take a hit, and I don't think much question on this one. Mason Doris is going to head to the box, and I'm going to guess this one's going to be for roughing. Or is this going to be checking from behind? We'll see if we'll. So checking from behind and an unsportsmanlike. 6:55 remaining here, second period. And Doris trying to claim that he turned at the last second before he made contact with them. Only a 2-minute penalty coming up. For action now, that is going to be, as Wyatt Dilly will head to the box also. So Doris will take an extended break. Wyatt Dilly will serve the 2-minute portion, and we'll have 6:55 remaining here, second period. Face off to the left of Mold, and this one going directly up into the netting. LaChance reaching up under and sending it right over the glass immediately. We'll try it again. Rowan taking the face off for the Braves. They'll tie this one up in the circle. Back out to the blue line now. Olentangy will set up the power play. Schlade tried to take a shot, but Jack Pryor immediately stepping in the way. We'll tie this one up behind the net of Mold. Back out to the blue line. Olentangy will try it again. Schlade going D to the far side. Get it out to Van Riper. Takes a shot, redirected up and over the netting and into the concession stand. 6:29 remaining here, second period. 1:35 left on the portion of the penalty being served by Wyatt Dilly. Dilly, also the junior out of Jackson High School. Jackson High School with their contributions to the Canton-Akron Jets. Face off to come to the left of Connor Mold. Out to the blue line. Olentangy will keep this in. Schlade dropping it down into the circle to the right of Mold. He'll set up back out to Schlade. Schlade going D to the far side. He'll get it to Van Riper. Wise back to Van Riper at the far point. Schlade dropping it down, trying to work it around, but Jack Pryor coming in and disrupting the entire operation. As the Jets now working down the near board, but Schlade will keep it in the zone. He'll take the shot. Didn't get all of that. Easily stopped by the CAK netminder. 6:02 remaining here in the second period. 1:07 remaining on the 2-minute portion of the penalty. And it'll be Weaver, Sif, Black. Trying to find our fourth player here to the near boards, but a blind spot for us. Face off again to the right of Mold. Zip. Going to send this one back behind the net. Olentangy, will have it Wise. The upper left corner. Trying to do something with it. Black going to clear it out there to Van Riper. And Sif had an angle on it, but couldn't get there quick enough. Rowan from the blue line will chip this one deep into the Braves offensive zone. And Canton-Akron will send it back down. Went off the tip of Van Riper's glove through center. And Lucas Black able to backhand it. And Lucas Black took a shot from the back. He goes down. He'll lose a stick. And we have a delayed penalty coming up against Olentangy. 5:28 left here, second period. Was that Van Riper? All right, so another roughing call coming up against Reed Van Riper. I don't know if we can pre-write this in on the stat sheet or not. So we'll be 4-on-4 for the next 33 seconds. And then Canton-Akron will go to the power play for 1:27. Face off to the right of Spellman for the Braves. LaChance and Bowers for the face-off. Canton-Akron from the circle takes a shot. Puck still loose, and it's going to be stopped by Spellman. Sift there looking for the redirect. He won't get it. .522 remaining here. 1:54 left on the penalty to Van Riper. 27 seconds left on the penalty being served by Wyatt Dilly. Olentangy will win the face-off on this one. They'll send it to the far side. Try to get it out to Tucker Schlade. There's two of them, Parker and Tucker. As Pryor now trying to work through the zone. He'll drop this one to Weaver. Weaver pushing it forward, trying to get it to LaChance. LaChance got it into the zone, backed up by Sif. Had it knocked off the stick. And Sif there. Johnny on the spot, and it's going to drift outside the zone now as Pryor will have to reset, harassed by Bowers. Pryor, though, into the zone, holding on to it. Dilly headed to the bench. Jets on the power play for the next minute 20. 4:45 remaining, second period. Sif down into the circle to Weaver. Weaver back out to Sif. And Sif looking for an angle, takes a shot. And it's going to be blocker side save by Spellman. Back out along the boards. Actually, it won't get out of the pile. But Dan Sif there will get it back to LaChance. LaChance from the circle. We'll drop it down to Sif. Sif takes a shot wide left. Back out to the point as LaChance will keep this in the zone. Stagmeyer tried to get to it. And Bowers, closest one to it there, will send this one down ice. As Connor Mold will come out of the net to play it. He'll set it up from behind. Drop it for LaChance. LaChance working past Robertson through center. Pass Dab, gets into the zone. Weaver to his right. He'll drop it. Weaver, though, going to back him up, and Olentangy going to reach in and swipe it away as Van Riper will send this one down ice. 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage for CAK. 3:55 remaining, second period. Jets with a 2-0 lead. Weaver trying to get through center. Held up by Robertson. No possession here as we're out of center, and it'll be Rowan. That will clear it down behind where Connor Mold will come out and play it again. Aaron passes. He gets to Robertson from Mold. And he'll shoot it from the point. Wise shot this one off of a CAK player. Down in the lower right circle. And it'll be Olentangy to come out with it out of the pile. Wise down the near side. He's going to have Weaver in front of him. Odd man rush. He'll take the shot. And a baseball catcher type save by Connor Mold. As they say, making it look easy. 3:12 remaining here, second period. Jets with a 2-0 lead. Mason Dara still in the box for Canton-Akron. Matter of fact, sitting about 3 feet to my left. As we'll work out of the circle to the right of Connor Mold. Canton-Akron will send us one down. No icing coming up. Now Zane Williams will try to get to it. He'll try to send it out. It'll be redirected off the stick of Dab. And out to Barbieri. He tried to get it through center, but it'll end up in the upper left corner here to the left of Mold. Max Morrow sending it around the boards, getting it out the center. Williams in front of him. Williams will go down on his own accord. Dab working through center. He'll get into the zone to the right of Spellman. Trying to feed into the slot, was looking for Deacon Johnson. And the Jets trying to keep it in. It'll go past Chavold. Max Morrow, though, will try to return it down into the zone. Dab trying to get in there. Barbieri trying to sweep it back in, but Ziliak with the effort will get past Johnson, but he will not get past Morrow. And I believe we're going to have an offside. Oh, no, actually, we're going to have a penalty coming up. And Deacon Johnson will head to the box for hooking. 2:18 remaining here, second period. 2-0 is the score. Jets with the lead, and the officials getting paid by the penalty apparently today. We should throw them a retirement party after the game. All right, to the left of Mold. Bell, Craven, Pryor, LaChance. All out for the penalty kill. Olentangy will win this one. Van Riper from the top of the circle. He'll have Craven in front of him. He'll have to think twice. Send it down into the circle to the right of Mold. Back out to the blue line. Van Riper. He'll take the shot. Not even close. Over the head of Mold. And Wise down in the upper left corner. Trying to send it back out to Schlade. Schlade at the far point. Sending it to Van Riper. He'll go D to D. Van Riper sweeping it around, but LaChance giving him all he can handle. Olentangy trying to work the blue line here from the circle now. Rowan feinted a shot. Couldn't get it back out. Van Riper going to take the shot from the blue line. And Connor Mold has it. Wasn't sure if he had it. He looked around, and it's stuck somewhere. And Connor Mold playing a little magic trick. Find the puck. They'll find it. So officials will drop this one to the right. Throw it on the draw for Olentangy. Lucas Black for CAK. High in the air here off the stick of Stagmeyer. Out the center. Olentangy now will be Robertson. Trying to push this one down to Van Riper. He'll send it to the far side to Wise. Wise at center will have it swept away by Black. 1:08 remaining on the penalty to Deacon Johnson. Van Riper being antagonized by Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer with the effort. He'll take a shot from the blue line, and Spellman will easily snag that one out of the air. Face-off to come to the right of Zach Spellman. 1:13 remaining here in the second period. Jets with a 2-0 lead. Deacon Johnson in the box for another 55 seconds. Mason Doris apparently going to spend the rest of the day in here. Craven and Pryor defensively. Stagmeyer and Black out on the front side for the special teams for CAK from behind the net. Olentangy will try to set this one up. Zane Williams trying to work out to center. He'll work down the near board. Stagmeyer will have him. Craven will pick him up as he trips around the net there, and then he'll be hitting the upper left corner. Puck will come loose. Olentangy will maintain possession. Bowers had it at the point, but couldn't hold on to it. Redden will drift back in his defensive zone. Stagmeyer all over him, and Stagmeyer will head to the box. Stagmeyer had an opportunity for a shorthanded goal, but instead of the opportunity, he will head to the box. 20 seconds remaining on the penalty to Deacon Johnson, and it'll be Ollie Stagmeyer headed to the box for tripping. 5-on-3 coming up for Olentangy. 39 seconds remaining, second period. We'll try to keep the crowd mic away from the penalty box. So face off to the left of Connor Mold here. We'll have a 5-on-3 for the next 20 seconds. And Olentangy will remain on the power play for 1:40. 36 seconds left here, second period. Schlade from the circle to the right of Mold. Send it back D to the far side, back to Schlade. He'll take a shot, try to make it through traffic. Nowhere to go there. Deacon Johnson waiting to get out of the box as he will watch the last 5 seconds tick off. And it'll be Johnson back to the ice. But we're back to 5-on-4 as Stagmeyer remains in the box for the next 1:30. 10 seconds remaining, second period. Action in front of the net, covered up by Mold. 7.1 seconds remaining, second frame. Jets with a 2-0 lead. However, on another penalty kill is CAK for the forthcoming 1:28. They'll go to the third period, down a man. They'll drop this one to the right of Mold. LaChance and Rowan for the faceoff. LaChance sending it out to Schlade at the blue line. Schlade will take a shot. And Mold will dump it and let it be played for the last 0.2 of a second. And that will bring us to the end of the second period here at the Chiller Iceworks in Worthington, Ohio. After 2, the Jets maintain a 2-0 lead here over the Olentangy Braves. We'll step aside for a break. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio. City View Sportscast, a part of the iMedia One Network.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
Watch this. Let's face it. What a time to be making a hockey show.
Nice. Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped.
Let them know what they're in for here.
Here we are.
I'm scared of you guys. I'm scared of you.
What keeps you motivated?
I think winning. I don't really know any different.
And what has been a rarity is Jets being outshot by 1. However, the Jets have a 2-0 lead here. 1:21 left on the penalty to Ollie Stagmeyer. Mason Doris has set up camp in the penalty box. He may need an act of Congress to get out today. All right, we'll drop this one at center. Dan Sipp to start this one off. It'll be Black, Pryor, and Weaver on the PK or CAK. All right, Van Riper from the far side. Trying to work it into Rowan. Rowan through center. Pass Black to the far side. Gage Weaver there. Black taking the angle away from him as well. Nobody close to him as Robertson will work through the slot. Schlade from the near point. He'll go D to Van Riper. And Lucas Black there to harass him. However, he'll get it down behind the goal line to the right of Mold. They'll battle in front of the net. And Connor Mold going to cover it up as Weaver will go down. I think we got even a little bit of a chuckle out of him on that one.
Like 2.5 minutes and a whistle left.
All right, so I'm told Mason Doris only has about 2.5 minutes, and then if the action continues, he may be there longer. All right, Sipp with the win on the face-off through center. He'll have Black in front of him, trying to feed it to Lucas Black. Black with the shot, he'll go down, and it was going to redirect. The net will come off its moorings, and the officials say it's a delayed penalty, I believe. An interference call. Are we going to get a penalty shot? That's the question that will remain here as Lucas Black thought he had an opportunity. Eyes were big enough. 36 seconds remaining on the penalty to Ollie Stagmeyer. 14-14 remaining in the game. Jets with a 2-0 lead. Officials talking on the Jets offensive side here. And could we? Nope, I don't believe we're going to get a penalty shot. But definitely should be an interference call coming up as the officials now will talk with head coach Mike Ross and his staff. And nope, penalty shot. All right, so we'll drop this one to the right of Spellman. Wise will head to the bench. Wilkie will hit the ice for Olentangy. Excuse me, that's going to be Wilkie headed to the box. All right, so there is going to be an interference call, so we'll be 4-on-4 for the next 36 seconds. And then Canton-Akron will go to the power play for 1:24. Tripping going to be the call. Not interference. Okay, we'll take that. This morning we'll go with close enough. Face off to the right of Spellman. One by Olentangy. Try to bring it through center. Pryor and Weaver out defensively. He'll take the shot. Redirected. Blocker side saved by Mold. It'll bounce up in the air. Push back over to Weaver. Weaver in the upper right corner. Trying to send it through center. Feeds it to LaChance. LaChance tripped up. And we're going to get another penalty here coming up against Olentangy. 13:55 remaining in the game. 1:41 left on the penalty to Wilkie. And Williams will head to the box for 2 minutes. Zane Williams joining Landon Wilkie. So right now, 2 Braves in the box, 2 Jets in the box. 17 seconds left on the penalty to Stagmeyer. We're now emphasizing the tripping rule. Caitlin believes we moved past the roughing. All right, LaChance to take the face off to the left of Spellman. Rowan for the draw for the Braves. Weaver from the top of the circle takes a shot. Stopped by Spellman. 5 seconds tick off the penalty to Williams. And 2 in the box for Olentangy. 2 in the box for the Jets. However, we expect Doris to be paroled anytime soon here. Tyler Benton from behind the net of Spellman. Trying to create something for Canton-Akron. Weaver going DD to the far side. That's Pryor. Pryor back to Weaver. Dead center. At the blue line. Down into the circle. Stagmeyer hits the ice. He'll hit in. And he'll have the puck redirected off his stick out to center where Gage Weaver will reset the power play unit. 131 left on one penalty to the Braves, 109 on the other. So we're 5-on-4 for at least, or 5-on-3 at least, for the next minute 5. LaChance stepping in, down in the circle to the right of Spellman. Looking for somebody in the slot, nobody there. They'll reset back to the far side. Stagmeyer, top of the circle to the left of Spellman, will send this one across. Weaver, fans on the shot, and it's going to be Schlade. Schlade, one-on-one now with Connor Mold. Mold is going to give up the goal over his right shoulder. And 2-1 is the score, just like that. Olentangy with the shorthanded goal. 12:59 remaining in the game. Parker Schlade with the shorthanded goal. Cuts the Jets lead to 2-1. It'll be Dabbs, Stagmeyer. Actually, we got 6 on the ice. Somebody will have to go away. Weaver will head to the bench. So Sif, Barbieri, LaChance, Dabb, and Stagmeyer out for the power play unit. 12:59 remaining here in the game. Jets with a 2-1 lead. This one will sail back to Connor Mold. He'll slow it down, set it up for Barbieri to play. From around the back of the net, Barbieri drop this one for Sif. Dan Sif working through center. He'll get past Rowan. He'll move it to his left and then to his right. Sif into the zone. He'll hold up as they'll set it up. He'll go D to D. Get this a LaChance. LaChance from the top of the circles. Drops it down low. He'll take a shot. Some chaos in front of the net. We're still 5-on-3 for the next 18 seconds. Sif sending it D to the near side. LaChance taking the shot. It'll be redirected in the lower left corner. LaChance again. Trying to work to the inside and set it up for Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer with the one-timer couldn't get it to go. 3 seconds left on the penalty to Wilkie. He'll head to the ice. 5-on-4 for the next 16 seconds. And Olentangy will clear this one down ice. And they'll return it actually to Barbieri through center. He'll try to dump it to Dabb, but there's too many white jerseys there as LaChance. Now working through his own defensive zone. Pass Schlade, drops it for Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer trying to get it through the neutral zone. He'll work it past as Wise. Tried to clear it. We are back to 5-on-5. Jets with a 2-1 lead. 11:45 left in the game. Sebastian Dabb working this one off the backboards. Try to get it behind the net of Connor Mold. Barbieri stepping in, but it'll be Redden with it. He'll shoot it, go wide right of the cage to the far side. Stagmeyer ducking under what was going to be a hit from Ziliak. Ziliak has to gather himself up. We're going to have an offside call against the Jets. 11:28 remaining in the game. 2-1 is the Jets score. Face-off to come just outside of the Jets' offensive zone. Deacon Johnson will take this one against Braden Bowers. from the blue line. Through center. No possession here as we'll battle for it. And a big hit there is Schabold will take a hit. He'll go down, and the puck will sail out to Barbieri. Barbieri to the far side. Tried to get it to Deacon Johnson. But it'll be sent down around the kick plate to the near side. Contact there. Dilly for Canton-Akron will send it back to Morrow. Morrow from behind the net of Mold. Trying to set it up the boards. He'll get it past Olentangy. Redden chasing it down. Dilly trying to race him to it. And it'll be Barbieri sending it back down around the net of Spellman. Will settle down in the lower left corner. 10:45 remaining here in the game. Jets with a 2-1 lead. Shot from Schabold. And it's going to go off the post. And they're arguing that went in. We heard it go off the post. And they're going to say no goal. No goal. I thought the initial call, unfortunately, was correct. The officials are going to reconfirm it. And not much resistance from the CAK bench. Siff for the faceoff. Nicely, Barbieri, Ethan Bell, all out for Canton-Akron. Back to 5-on-5. Olentangy will win the faceoff. They'll try to send it up the near board. Barbieri, they're going to snag it. He'll drop it deep down behind the net of Spellman. Ethan Bell throwing in there, trying to feed it to Siff. Siff tried with a backhand, but couldn't get past Van Riper. Siff sending it around the back of the net of Spellman. Olentangy with possession, but he'll lose it as Ethan Bell comes in and separates him from the puck. Robertson tied up in the upper left-hand corner now. Puck will come loose. Morrow from the point. Takes a shot. Pad save by Spellman. Out to the left side. Nicely. Tying it up so Bell can get to it, but it'll sail out to center. And Robertson now down the far side. Barbieri and Morrow with the angle. He'll feed it back. And a shot from the right circle. Stopped by Mold. Puck still in play and redirected out to center. Where Parker Schlade will set it up. He'll get it to Van Riper. Reed Van Riper through center. Almost picked by Benton coming off the bench. To the near side. Robertson trying to drop it into the slot. Was trying to feed Rowan. And the Jets taking away all the options. And a hit from behind. And we've got a penalty coming up. And I believe they're going to have Robertson. Is that going to be... All right, so Mason Darras actually going to head to the bench again. So he may have to go warm up. And it'll be... All right, that's going to be Wise. Elijah Wise headed to the box for roughing. We're revisiting the roughing rule. As now Canton-Akron will go to the power play. 9:27 remaining here in the game. Jets with a 2-1 lead. Elijah Wise in the box. 2 minutes for roughing. I'll drop this one to the left of Zach Spellman. Dar, Stagmeyer, Weaver, Sipp. And LaChance out for the power play unit. Quick shot off the faceoff. Will go up into the netting. We'll do it again. Same time, same place. Bowers will take the faceoff for Olentangy. Try to get out center. CAK will win this one, though. Weaver from the blue line. Feigning a pass out. He'll get it to LaChance. Weaver dropping down into the circle to the right of Spellman. He'll take the shot, swallowed up by the Braves netminder. And we'll have 9:10 remaining here in the game. 1:43 remaining on the power play for Canton-Akron. Jets with a 2-1 lead. Chance will step in for the draw to the right of Spellman. Third period here. As Weaver on the near boards had the puck. Doris there. And a chance from the top of the circle, dropping it to Weaver. Weaver looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody there. Back out to Siff at the blue line. Siff chipping this one a little bit high out there. A little awkward there for LaChance. Couldn't get it. He'll go down from a hit. And it'll settle down in the lower left corners. Olentangy tries to clear it out. Siff holding the boards, trying to keep this one from exiting the zone. And Siff now will feed this over to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer had an opportunity for a shot. Couldn't gather it up in time. And that window closed. Braden Bauer is going to chip this one down behind the net of Connor Mold. Mold going to set it up for LaChance to play. 8:27 remaining here, third period. LaChance through center, through two white jerseys. Stagmeyer trying to get to his left there, but 51 seconds left on the man advantage. Stagmeyer going to go D to D. Shot from the circle through traffic. Still loose. And looking for the redirect, but it's going to be sent all the way back down the other end by Olentangy. They'll clear with 40 seconds left. Connor Mold will return the gift. And Mason Doris will settle it down. At center, Sif will take a hit from Robertson. Sif, though, with the backhand, he'll get it back to Doris. Doris trying to find it again. He'll have to give it to Sif to reset. Sif with a nice spinning move to get away from Robertson. We'll send this out to D to Weaver. Didn't see Robertson coming. He'll drop it for LaChance. LaChance off the back, off the boards. Tried to feed it out to Stagmeyer, just led him a little bit too far. Rowan will have it redirected off his stick back to Gage Weaver. Doris going to set this one down with his glove. Out to the far side. Robertson through center. A little bit sloppy here, third period. Back and forth. Weaver from the lower right corner to the left of Mold. Feeding this one out. Jack Pryor now up the boards. He'll chip this one out to LaChance. LaChance to the right of Spellman. Working to the inside. Takes a shot. It's going to go in. Braden LaChance gets the goal. 7-11 left here in the game. Jets with a 3-1 lead. LaChance with a fantastic effort. Excuse me, is that going to be Mason Doris? I apologize. And he got the assist from LaChance. Wasn't sure when it went in, but Mason Doris, who has spent probably a period and a half here in the box, has fresh legs. Jets take a 3-1 lead. All smiles from Deacon Johnson as he comes off the bench. Sebastian Dabb to take the face off against Bowers. Tangi will win this one cleanly. Williams trying to send it down the boards. It'll end up on his own bench, and we'll get a whistle with 7:04 to play here in game 2 of this weekend. Face off just outside the Jets' offensive zone. That'll be Dabb. He directed down in the lower left corner and played from behind the net of Spellman. Jack Pryor all over him. And Chavold tried to get to it. Bowers now 2-on-2. Has Schlade to his right, but he'll have to chip this one down behind the net of Connor Mold. There was no other place for him to go. And Deacon Johnson from the board playing it off to Chavold. Chavold will be tripped up here, but I guess we'll call it incidental. He and Wise will go around as Craven. Will play it from behind the net. He'll try to get it past Tucker Schlade. Puck loose now. Dabb trying to get down the right side. Has Williams to his left. He's looking for Chavold in the slot. Couldn't get her away. And going to be knocked out to the far side as Wise will set up from behind the goal line. He'll get this one to Williams behind Spellman. And back out to center. And we're going to have an icing coming up against the Braves. With 6:13 remaining here, third period. Jets with a 3-1 lead. Goals coming from Bell, Chavold, and LaChance to give the good guys a 3-1 lead. Oh, excuse me, Mason Doris. For some reason, LaChance was just stuck in my mind on that third goal. Optical illusion, but nonetheless, Mason Doris makes up for the 40-minute penalty he just served. All right, Robertson taking the shot, swept away with the stick of Mold. Chipped high into the air, just barely missing the ceiling as Tyler Benson down the near board, trying to work past Van Riper, across the face of Spellman. LaChance tried to reach in there to sneak one in, but the Braves netminder will jump on top of it. We'll have 5:51 remaining in the game. Face off to the right of Spellman this time. Still loose at center, and LaChance will send us to the far side. He'll get it over to Barbieri. Barbieri taking the shot from center ice there. He'll go left of the cage. Becker trying to hold on to it for Olentangy, but Morrow, the bigger body, will push this one down to Benson behind Mold. On the kick plate, out to center. Drew Rezik with the puck. Olentangy's going to dump this deep into the offensive zone. They'll go for a couple of changes. And the Jets will send this one back down. No icing coming up, as Van Riper will play it from behind the net of Spellman. Olentangy from the far side, get it back to Van Riper. Take it down the far side past the Olentangy bench. They'll stop at the blue line. They'll wait up. Everest will enter the zone. And a shot from the right side of Mold. He will hold on to it. Thought about laying it down to play it, but we'll get the whistle with 4:55 remaining in the third period. Last meeting between these two teams was won by the Canton-Akron Jets. A spirited contest, we'll call it. Face off to the right. Mason Darris taking the face off for Canton-Akron. Olentangy will win this one again. They want, again, a high percentage of these face-offs. Puck will sail across the face of Connor Mold, but in no danger as Alexander will try to chase it down. Ethan Bell there as well. Bell has been an absolute Tasmanian devil here today as Weaver chipping it back down in the zone past Bell. And Spellman will push this out to his left to play it. So Olentangy will send this out to center. Everest redirecting to Richardson. Richardson off the far side. He'll get it into the zone. Weaver and Balestrino there for CAK. Great player will go down, and it'll be Weaver that'll come up with it. He'll get it through center. Try to send it down ice, but it's going to go off the back of Richardson and back into the Jets defensive zone. Darris from the upper right corner, sending around the boards to Weaver. Weaver backhanding it, getting it to Rossley nicely. Sending it through center, trying to get it to Darris. The puck just kind of died, and Everest will chip it back into the Jets defensive zone. Robertson setting it up from center. They'll get it back to they'll drift back to the Braves defensive zone. However, Dilly setting it back down as Schlade tried to play it. He'll have to backhand it, send it back out to center as Wise. He can't hold on to it. Mason Darris stepping in to take the path away from Wise. However, he'll hold on to it. Dilly taking the angle away. Robertson from the right of Mold. And we're going to have a penalty coming up. Delayed penalty. The puck is loose behind the net. The Braves will go to the power play. Wise, though, taking the shot and stopped by Mold with 3:14 remaining here in the game. Jets with a 3-1 lead. However, Sebastian Dabb will head to the box for 2 minutes. Let's see what they're going to call it because I haven't been able to figure it out. Tripping will be the call. We will revisit that rule now. As Caleb Mold writes furiously. Face off to the right of Mold. 3:14 remaining in the game. 2 minutes. To Sebastian Dabb. And it looks like Olentangy, going to take a timeout. 3:14 remaining here in the game. We'll step aside for a timeout as well. You were listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey here on City View Sportscast, a part of the iMedia One network.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken. And when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Plate. Get it out to Van Riper. Van Riper trying to drop it down back to the right side. And we're going to have a penalty coming up. This was right off of the face-off. And it's going to be Will Craven going to the box. This was right off the face-off before, immediately. And when I say immediately, the puck hit the ice. And the official tried to explain something to Craven. And he's pointed down, and he's going to say tripping. So tripping and roughing, the only two calls we've heard today. All right. So 5-on-3 is going to be the issue for CAK for the next minute 48. The penalty to Sebastian Dabb for 148, Craven for 2 minutes. 5-on-3 is going to be the situation here with 3:01 remaining in the game. So defensively, LaChance, Weaver, and Pryor. Odd call after, immediately as the puck hit, the official's arm went up as Van Riper now Sends this one down the ways. Back to Van Riper. Top of the circle to the left of Mold. He'll send it to the far side. Shot, Schlade. Have it redirected. He'll head towards the blue line, and he'll just keep it in. Schlade doing a good job, actually. It'll now be LaChance pushing out to Van Riper. They will have to reset. Everybody will have to vacate the zone. Van Riper down the near board. Wise sending it D to the far side. Back to Wise. Wise couldn't get the shot off. Van Riper now with it. We'll send it to Schlade. Schlade will take the shot, swallowed up by Connor Mold. 2:27 remaining here, third period. And not only is it a 5-on-3 now, the Braves have emptied the net. They will send out a 6 attacker. As we drop this one to the left of Connor Mold. LaChance taking the face-off against Rowan. Van Riper now from the near side. Sending it out to the far side to Schlade. Schlade from the circle to the right of Mold. Send it to Van Riper. Wise. Back out. D to D for Schlade. Couldn't keep it in. And the Braves will have to vacate the zone. All 6 of them. As Van Riper re-enter the zone, and he'll have Weaver in front of him. In the circle to the left of Mold. Feeds into the slot. Roberts takes a shot. Stopped by Mold. And covered up by the CAK netminder. 2:03 remaining in the game. 50 seconds left on the penalty to Sebastian Dabb. 1:02. Sebastian Dabb, again, 50 seconds left. 1:02 to Craven. And we'll drop this one to the right of Mold. Van Riper from the circle to the left of Mold. Takes a shot. Redirected out to the right. Schlade tried with the rebound. Black stepping in. He'll set it down into the corner to the right of Mold. CAK tying it up. Black stepping in there, getting physical with about 3 Braves players. Schlade to the near side. Van Riper takes a shot. Pad saved by Mold. And it's going to be cleared all the way down to the net. And it goes in. Short-handed goal. 6-on-3. And the Canton-Akron Jets take a 4-1 lead. The most unlikeliest of scenarios. Canton-Akron scores on the empty net goal. As Spellman will come back off the bench. The puck came out of nowhere, out of a pile, and head directly down ice. So John Evans trying to tell Doris he'll be right back on the ice here. And this penalty clears with 20 seconds left. To say it's a shorthanded goal is a understatement. As Black will chip this one down ice. Van Riper will set it back up from his own defensive zone. Reed Van Riper through the neutral zone to the far side, trying to work it past Stagmeyer. Robertson from the point, far side, sends it out to Schlade. Schlade sending it back to Robertson, trying to work to the inside. Stagmeyer won't let him. Dabb headed back to the ice now. He'll be the fourth man, for Canton-Akron, and the puck will sail out the center where Van Riper will set it up on a pass to Schlade. Craven back out of the box. We're 5-on-5 6-on-5 as Spellman heads to the bench. And Dabb and Rowan battling for it. Offside coming up against the Braves. They'll drop this one just outside the of the Jets offensive zone. 48 seconds left here in the game. Jets with a 4-1 lead. Situation where they were given lemons and made lemonade out of that one. Puck in front of Spellman will be swept away as Wilkie will try to clear it out of the zone. Through center. Down the far side. That's Becker. Becker going to take a hit. No call there. Puck still loose. And with 30 seconds left, Jets will clear this one down ice right in front of Spellman. Tyler Benson there, though, was trying to sneak in to get it past Van Riper. For that 5th goal, he won't get it. Van Riper through center. 20 seconds left here in the game. Jets with a 4-1 lead. LaChance going to slowly pull this one out through center. He'll try to waste some time. Robertson will take it off his stick, though. Williams. From the far side, Zane Williams going to send us down through center. Morrow says you can have it back. As Morrow and Wilkie, 2 of the big boys on the ice, will go at it, but no call there. And that will bring us to the end here. Your final, an exciting one in the third period here as the Jets overcome a lot of penalties. They get the 4-1 win over the Olentangy Braves. We'll step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you some of the numbers and wrap it up here from the Chiller Ice Works in Worthington, Ohio. You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Take a look at the scoring recap here, as it would be Ethan Bell getting the scoring started with 6:40 left in the first period. He would get the helper from Shane LaChance. It would make it 1-0. Thor Chavold with 1:59 left in the first period. He gets the helper from Jack Pryor. They take a 2-0 lead into the ice cut between the first and second period. Several penalties coming up in the second period. Wasn't much to speak of there. In the third period, though, it would be Mason Darras with 7:11 left in the third period, getting the helper from LaChance. His second assist on the day would give the Jets a 3-1 lead. And it would be Schlade. And I want to say it was Parker Schlade on the breakaway for Olentangy that would get their only goal of the day. And then Lucas Black with the empty net goal with 1:38 left in the game to secure the win. Jets get the 4-1 win. Shots on goal for Canton-Akron, 22-28 for the Olentangy Braves. Connor Mold was stopped 27 out of 28. Spellman would stop 19 out of 22. Of course, one of the goals, an empty net goal. Each team 0 for 7 on the power play. Jets will be back in action tonight at 7:50. We will send out notifications via the iMedia One Network app for iOS and Android, the free iMedia One Network app. If you want to join us here this evening, and plenty of hockey action coming up as the Youngstown Phantoms will be on Western Reserve Radio back at the Cavelli Center as they will take on Team USA. That will be a 6:05 puck drop, 5:45 airtime with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. And, of course, we always encourage you to get down there to support the Phantoms. Great seats still available. 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825. Again, plenty of hockey action tonight here on the iMedia One Network. And we look forward to having you all back here tonight as the Canton-Akron Jets will go for 3 in a row here at the Allgaier Memorial Tournament. So for Caleb Mold, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight as Canton-Akron looks to go 3-0 on the weekend.
take the Bucks.
I'm going to take a chance.
All right. Yeah. Colts are at the Jags. That's the next one.
Colts and the Jags.
Point. The Jags are getting a home dog getting 1.5 points. The Colts have lost, 2 games in a row.
And they get, no, they're not. The Jags is getting points.